lawyers come in two flavors. They're the lawyers who brag about being lawyers, and they're the ones who confess to being a lawyer. And when I worked at a corporate law firm years ago, I was that second kind of lawyer. I worked in a total sweatshop. There wasn't time to even do the most basic human things, love a woman, cook a meal, go for a walk. And so one evening, out of desperation or maybe inspiration, I posted an ad on Craigslist under the odd jobs or etc. section of the website, looking essentially for a personal assistant to do the things that I wasn't able to do because I had no time. And the ad went something like this. You know, it started, I'm a well-dressed corporate lawyer. That's how the ad began. But I live in a hamster wheel, so I need you to pay my bills, water my plants, balance my checkbook, but also I need you to ghostwrite my Christmas cards. I need you to, I'll give you my address book so you can keep in touch with my friends. You can call my mother. You can confess to my priest. I mean, these are things, you know. The ad was part a private joke, but mostly it was a public cry for help, and I fell asleep at my desk that evening. The next morning, there were hundreds of replies in my inbox asking people wanting to apply for this job as a personal assistant, and I was shocked, you know. Lots of people liked the ad. They were mostly from girls who signed off with a semicolon and a close parentheses. And then other people hated me for, Megabeth at bitterbaronspinsters.com called me a condescending lawyer prick. But everybody enclosed a resume. And look, my intention at the beginning was never to really hire anybody. It was a sort of a shout into cyberspace, frustration. But now with all these people applying, I could not disappoint. So I ended up hiring a guy named Kyle. He had worked for Celine Dion out in Vegas or whatever, and he seemed like a perfect kind of guy. So now this was really problematic because the ad made me sound like this oversized Hollywood personality whose life was filled with music and magic and chandelier and fashion and gossip. But my life in a corporate law firm was really just about document review and conference calls, bullshit of a different kind altogether. And how was I going to keep up this image of glamour for Kyle? In the beginning, things were fine. I would call Kyle up on a Saturday evening. I would say, listen, I need to be at this restaurant right now. I need walk-in access. He said he would take care of it. I would go to the restaurant, elbow my way to the front. The maitre d' would, before some guy would tap me on the shoulder and say, yo, buddy, the line's back there. I would announce to the maitre d' my name and ask very loudly if my personal assistant had called ahead. The answer was yes, and I was ushered right in. But things went downhill from there. I increasingly felt that I wasn't being capricious or fastidious enough for Kyle. I wasn't being enough of a prima donna. What was he expecting of me? So I found myself just inventing more and more projects for him, crises, personal dilemmas, all to impress him, to really tap him. So it was very, very difficult. I had Kyle. Had him send exotic gifts to friends, send books to pretend dignitaries. My friend from Long Island calls me, Vic, and says, hey buddy, thanks for the book you sent me, but somebody at Amazon.com thinks I'm a British knight because it's made out to a Sir Victor Chen. And I live in Long Island, so and over time it became more and more. I asked Kyle to look for luxury soap I never used. I asked him to find gourmet chocolate I never ate. I had him put together an itinerary for a Helsinki trip that never materialized. And on top of that, I had to spend time doing internet research so I could come up with a credible reason for why the trip had to be postponed and ultimately canceled. So in the end, it was just too much. My personal assistant Kyle turned out was just too much pressure, too high maintenance. So I ended up, I stopped calling him. I let the relationship fade and finally die. And so Kyle, if you're out there, it wasn't you, it was me. You look great, and I'm just a lawyer confesses to being one.